ago.
Well, you gotta make
like
me feel old.
35 years ago.
Is it that old? Yeah, but you know what? It's classic. It never goes away.
I take every lesson, so,
we're going to continue on. Alexandra Baker is here with us, and we are celebrating an early Christmas with you here in July. We do it early just because we know that the rush to go in November and December is crazy for everybody, and I love having things that I can open up and take out when I want to, and I don't have to go to stores and shop and get picked over things, or things that are damaged on sale. Like you'd see something like this in a store at a closeout, and there'd be one of the pieces would be missing,
God forbid.
or one of the poor wise men would be gone. Well, this will go crazy. This is brand new. It's our Panoramic Nativity scene. It's a two-sided scene, as you can see. It has something on the front and on the back, so we showed you both sides. You have the nativity. This has the real frankincense. You're gonna get a real package of frankincense and a real package of myrrh resin. Both of those are resins, which many years ago were used to either, they would light and they would, they would give off this beautiful scent, very spiritual. And you're gonna get a glass globe built in, and this has actual, I'm trying to, which one are you looking at? That's the still.
Well, we want to be able to capture the front and the back.
But I want to shake up the gold.
That's the 23 karat gold.
Here's the gold.
Included, yes.
And I want to show you that, let me shake it a little bit.
Yeah.
That is real gold, everybody. That is 23 karat gold flakes inside there, inside that little liquid crystal. So you get the three classic gifts that the wise men brought. So you have gold, frankincense, and myrrh in the actual Bethlehem nativity scene. There's a little cutaway for you to take the myrrh and the frankincense out of their protective packages and then put them in. And it's really unique stuff because it's basically like the sap of trees that hardens, like crystallizes, and then what they would do is they would find a way to light it, and that would be the scent that would be permeating the area, because you have to understand back then too, you're in a manger. There's a lot of other scents going on inside there, a lot of farm animals and things like that, but this is a very spiritual way for you to celebrate the holiday. And also to teach your kids and to talk to them about what it means, because obviously Christmas is not just about gifts and lights and presents, it's about the spirituality of it for so many of you out there. This is on sale today. It was $84. They dropped the price to $76.95. It's on FlexPay of only $25.65. FlexPay, just a way to divide up the price. No interest, no extra fees, just making it easy on you on a monthly basis. I love all the characters, and I love the wraparound design of this one.
The panoramic design.
Yeah, because you could put this, and I would put maybe some greens around it. Could be a centerpiece, could be on a coffee table.
It would absolutely be a centerpiece.
Under the tree,
But
right?
I'm so happy, by all means under the tree, if you're thinking about a nativity, I'm so happy that Guy talked about, the different scents that were, smells, aromas that were going on around you, because the creator of this nativity scene, who is the head of the company, I was speaking with him yesterday, and he said, Alexandra, I want everyone to understand what it must have been like at this actual time. The fact that you have the inn, that you have the thatch roof, that you actually had the animals, and the way that the three kings really stood out in their opulent attire when they arrived, because they want everyone to know that they are royalty. And yet the expressions on their face, when I look at the back, take a look at the back.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how startled the shepherds, the shepherd boy must have been upon the arrival of the angel? And so you can actually see when you're looking at how surprised they are, how they want to protect each other. They have a startled look. In the front, yes, look at something we rarely see. Not only the faces, what do you see here, Guy?
There's Mary.
Mary is holding her son.
Yeah.
He's not in the manger.
Right.
She is actually holding baby Jesus. We rarely see that, because what would a mom be doing with her newborn? She would be holding her newborn son. So this is a beautiful piece. And remember, you have the actual elements. You have the gold, you have the frankincense and myrrh. Myrrh was used to embalm the pharaohs. It was a very expensive item to embalm the pharaohs. And remember, your certificate of authenticity and the story of the three kings is also included. So you can actually tell the story of the three kings visiting the baby.
It's a beautiful message of Christmas done beautifully, and no two will be alike. These are all done by hand. If you'd like it, it's 657-555. I want to make a quick mention again of our twigs. That's been the hit of the show so far. Decorative and affordable too, at only $22.30.